Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Welcome to Kevin's Covers. Today we're going to do Neil Young's wonderful Don't Let It Bring You Down. Don't Let It Bring You Down is off of Neil Young's 1970 album After the Gold Rush. Fantastic song, some of the best lyrics I know. This is going to be, I'm going to call it intermediate. It could be a little bit tricky for the feel of it and the weird kind of tuning and the weird kind of chords. So I'm going to call it intermediate. It's not all that technically difficult. Let's take a look at the performance, and then I will show you my arrangement, which isn't exactly Neil Young's arrangement. So let's take a look at it. Then we'll be right back.
By the side of the road with the lorries rolling by, blue moon sinking from the weight of the load, and the buildings scrape the sky. Cold wind ripping down the alley at dawn, and the morning paper flies. Dead man lying by the side of the road with the daylight in his eyes. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Blind man running through the light of the night with an answer in his hand. Come on down to the river of sight and you can really understand. Red lights flashing through the window in the rain. Can you hear the sirens moan? White cane lying in a gutter in the lane. If you're walking home alone, don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around.
So that was my arrangement of Don't Let It Bring You Down. As you can see, it's not really the same as Neil Young's. Although it does have a similar tuning, it's simply in drop D. The guitar is tuned in drop D, but note that it's not an open D. It is just drop D. I'm dropping both the sixth and the first strings down into D, which means that this now is a D chord. And I'm also putting a capo on 3, and since I am doing it in kind of D, that makes it's actually an F. Neil Young does it in C and an octave above, and I'm not going to try that. So anyway, that's my arrangement of it. Drop D, both the first and the sixth. The first and the sixth strings are in D, and then with a capo on 3. So let's take a look specifically. So in the very, very beginning, what I'm doing here is I'm playing this D. Now again, this is a D chord, and I'm just going to call this a D. In reality, it's an F because of the capo, so I'm just going to call it a D. So I'm playing that D over here, okay, which in fact is a D sus because there's no F sharp. This again is a D. So, and then coming down to the C, which is actually a C9 because there's a D in it, right? So, and then just lifting the C to add the B, which makes it a C major 7/9. And I'm sliding up here into, again, if I'm assuming, I'm forgetting the capo, right? So I'm sliding this up into the 5th fret and adding the 5th string, 5th fret as the bass. And then sliding that down to get that, that note down here. So we put that all together, we get this. I'm letting that all ring, so you have these 2 Ds over here as well. And that's that little riff that comes back throughout the song. So then what I'm doing over the verses is I'm playing this D over here, so this D sus, right? And then coming over here, which is actually, I'm not playing a C, right? Because I'm not, it's like a C, but I'm moving the 2nd finger here down off of the 4th fret into the 3rd fret. So I'm not playing this E, I'm playing this A, right? Is rolling by, and then all that gets slid up to moon sinking from the weight of the load while the... Then we come down over here, and I'm playing this B flat over here, the F in the 3rd fret, letting that 3rd string ring, and likewise playing the 2nd string in the 3rd fret. And then the whole thing gets slid up 2 frets over here, right? So let's take a look at all that together, right? And that gets repeated in the verse, right? Then over the chorus, we're coming off of this, we've just slid up and right. Don't let it bring you down. So now I'm coming off of this chord over here, adding the 6th string in the 5th fret, and then I'm adding the 3rd string in the 4th fret. Bring you down. You could actually even let this ring if you want. Bring you down. It's only castles. Slide it all down to find someone who's turning. And now I'm letting that A ring over here. I'm playing 6th string in the 2nd fret, which is actually an E now because we're in drop D, and this E over here. So in fact, what we have is just an E, right? E, A, E, G, B, and the E. And that just gets repeated, and you can see in the structure of the song exactly how it all fits together. Not very complicated, although the finger is a little bit weird. These aren't normal chords. I could tell you what they are, but I think it just complicates matters at this point, and frankly, I kind of lose track. Anyway, only other thing to note is at the very end of the song, he's singing, "Don't let it bring you down," right, over that D. It's only castles burning. So back over here, this is the chord we play over the chorus. Find someone who's turning. And now we're coming back to actually, you should definitely play that B over here. You will come around, then back into the riff. And then the very, very end, I play off the harmonics. He actually plays off a little harmonics. I do a little bit differently. So it's, don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Then we're coming up here and we're playing the top 3 strings on harmonics. Then the bottom 3. Right? Now since we're in open D, it makes something like a D. And then playing just over here, right? And then playing up here. right? So this is actually a typical 7th fret harmonics is just up here because of the capo, and then ending up on that open D. There you go. As I said, it's not exactly Neil Young's version of it. He has a few different versions of it. He's done it acoustic a few times solo. I like this version. I like this arrangement of it. I've done it a few times, and I just love this song. I think the lyrics are just so profound. They're sad, of course. I mean, really, really. Well, it's kind of sad and not sad. I mean, at the same time, he's describing all these horrors and then saying, "Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning." For some reason, that it almost reminds me of like putting things into context. Anyway, I'm not going to get into a whole philosophical discussion about this. I'd only point out I did take a few weeks off here because I got to the end of my first year of doing this channel. This is the first video I've done in the second year of doing the channel. So I gave myself a few weeks. I was on holiday and then I got a little bit ill and so on. And I'm not going to keep up that song a week rhythm I had in the first year. It might be more like a couple of months, but stick with it and hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's useful for you. And in the meantime, please do come back. Make sure you subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you like the video if you find it useful, and rock on.